His captain's one out.
It's time for all Essendon supporters to don the sash and make a stand together. Call 1300 GO BOMBERS or visit membership.essendonfc.com.au today.
So this is a really unique partnership between two foundations that have come together to provide funding for an amazing musical that we've got that talks to children about the problems and the issues of cyberbullying. So it's not just a production that we've had that's created here in Melbourne. This has come from London, which is fantastic. And as we all know, our youth are well and truly engaged through music and theatre and all those sorts of things. And then to add to that, mobile phones and anything else that's cyber, it's an absolute winner.
Well, Connected the Musical came about because I was reading in newspapers about the cyberbullying phenomenon. And first of all, I thought it was something that didn't particularly affect me or my family and things like that. But as I did more research on it, I found how pervasive and how shocking the consequences of what was going on. As a writer, I'm always looking for new material, new stories to tell. And this story hadn't been told properly as far as I could see. It was something people knew about and thought was and understood was going on, but no one was actually addressing the issues of how it happened and what the consequences should be. And so I set about creating a storyline that illustrated what some of the possible consequences are and putting it to music, because I find that music is the way to engage audiences in the widest possible way. I've been really surprised by how strong the impact of the show has been on audiences. First of all, when it premiered in Edinburgh in 2014, we had families walking out straight away having really animated discussions, parents asking their kids, does this go on? And the kids saying, well, actually, yeah, it happens. We see it at school all the time. And then last year, when we started the New South Wales tour, we were playing to audiences of up to 600 kids at a time. And they saw, first of all, a great show, and then they became really involved in the storyline and the characters, and it was like going to a rock concert sometimes by the end of it. But then we saw after the show had finished was when the impact became really evident, and that's students coming up to the cast and telling stories from their own experience of this is actually happening to me now. And then students being empowered because they were seeing their life being portrayed on stage, suddenly feeling it wasn't them and they weren't alone.
A couple of years ago, we shifted our focus from talking about risk-taking activities such as drugs and alcohol to answering the problems that kids were telling us that was the main thing. The main focus in their whole world was the fact they were being bullied online and through cyber safety. So we shifted our whole programs to make sure that we address that issue, and we're really pleased to say that this is going to be absolutely groundbreaking from the point of view that we're hoping to reach more than 50 schools and close to 5,000 students in our northwest region just alone. So it's really something very significant for us for the future.
It's really exciting to see how far it's come from its initial creation to now, where we've got partners with a major football team and a great organisation like Bully Zero Australia, because it's a fantastic coming together of parts that people wouldn't consider could make a coherent whole. And yet we've got a really exciting partnership that's doing something that probably hasn't taken place anywhere else in the world in terms of it being really proactive, and the arts supporting sport and the sport also supporting the arts. So it's a very exciting initiative, and we're really looking forward to the outcomes.